In most videos, you learn how to open trades and what strategies to use. But if it's all that simple, why do some people consistently make money while most lose? After all, many people have roughly the same level of knowledge and understanding of the market. People read the same books, watch the same videos, analyze the same charts, but everyone gets different results. Sooner or later, you realize that it's not about strategies or charts. It all comes down to a person's ability to manage their own mind and make conscious decisions. After all, trading is not a battle with the market, but a battle with your own emotions, impatience, and desire to make money. In this video, I wanted to talk about what is really important, the inner side of trading, where everyone can learn about themselves, about how the principles of Stoicism help you get through losses, maintain clarity, and turn the chaos of the market into order within yourself. For those who have never heard of Stoicism, it's not a philosophy from a book or a collection of nice quotes. Stoicism is a skill. It's the ability to stay calm and clear-headed when you can't control what's happening. Stoicism is based on a simple idea. There are things you can control, and there are things that are beyond your control. Epictetus said, "There is only one way to happiness. Stop worrying about things that are beyond your control." If we apply this principle to trading, everything becomes crystal clear. You cannot control where the chart will go, but you can control your entries and your risk. That's why the most important thing is to focus on what you can actually control, how you enter a trade, where you place your stop, and how you manage risk. The only thing that will help you find a working setup is backtesting. No one likes to spend hours testing and making notes in a journal because it's boring. But, as Seneca said, without boring exercises, there are no great results. For example, you've seen a strategy, trading from liquidity and fair value gap. Don't rush into trading right away. First, open the history, test the setup, record the statistics, and see how it works. And when you see that it has positive dynamics, switch to a real chart and trade only it. Don't get distracted by anything else. Don't look for new ideas. Just work on your idea. This is Stoicism in trading. When you don't think about money, and don't get fixated on the result. When you are completely focused on what you can control. Many people will now think, how can you not focus on money? Because let's be honest, that's why everyone got into trading in the first place. I went through the same thing as you. I felt the same way when I saw someone make a huge amount of money on a single trade. And the thought popped into my mind, why not me? Why can't I do the same? Especially if you are a member of a trading chat group, you have probably noticed that almost no one shows their losses. Everyone only shares their profitable trades. And this inevitably affects you. It gets into your head, and it becomes impossible not to think about money. You start trading not for the process, but for the profit. Not for logic, but to prove your worth. Seneca said, "He who waits is already unhappy." When you start to depend on the result, you lose clarity. And when you lose clarity, you start making mistakes. In trading, these mistakes cost money. Think about it. Why are you looking at other people's numbers and results? Why are you trying to trade like them when you don't even know their real statistics? You are simply destroying your system, which has already been proven by your tests, because one thought is in your head. I want to make money too. Now, I want each of you to try one thing. You should focus only on your setup for a week. Don't pay attention to others. Don't compare yourself to them. If you don't have any trades, don't look for them just because you want them. Only trade what you've tested yourself and seen that it works. Record all trades in a journal, but instead of the amount, indicate the percentage. Keep the same risk for each position. You'll be surprised how quickly the internal tension goes away when you stop measuring everything in terms of money. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Desire only what is already happening, and you will always be calm. When you stop waiting, you stop suffering. And the less you expect from the market, the clearer your decisions become. The path without expectations is not a rejection of the goal. It's a focus on the process. Do what is within your control. Manage risk. Follow your system. Stay calm." I want this video to encourage you to step back and look at yourself from a new angle. Do you know what really makes trading so difficult? It's not the market. It's not the strategies. It's not the news. It's because trading forces you to face yourself over and over again. Your fears, weaknesses, and worst character traits. Every habit is already built into your brain as a comfort zone, and any change is perceived as a threat. We are used to acting emotionally, seeking confirmation, avoiding pain, reaching for pleasure. But the market works differently. It mercilessly exposes everything you cannot control. Let's take a simple situation. You did your analysis and decided that today you were looking for short trades. But according to your setup, there was no entry, and now the price is moving perfectly, exactly where you expected it to go, but without you. Sound familiar? What's going on in your head? One thought, I could have made money. Not, I did the right analysis. Not I maintained discipline. No, only regret. This is a typical FOMO, fear of missing out. Stoicism teaches us to look at such moments differently. You do not control the market. Your desire to see a certain movement on the chart has nothing to do with reality, and you need to learn to accept that. Accept and let it go. Seneca wrote, "Patience is a form of courage." And in trading, it's one of the most difficult demonstrations of strength. You don't need to trade every day. If you don't have a setup today, don't sit in front of the chart trying to get something. That's not looking for opportunities. It's a path to unnecessary losses. FOMO is a reaction to the fear that the opportunity will no longer be there. But the market is not a one-time thing. It gives you a chance every day, but your state of mind after an impulsive trade will stay with you for a long time. The essence of Stoicism is simple. Do only what is in your power and calmly accept what you cannot control. You must also learn to accept your losses. There is no trader with a 100% win rate, and there never will be. Marcus Aurelius said, "It is better to do what is right and lose than to do what is wrong and win." In trading, this means one thing. Doing the right thing means following your rules, even if the market does not deliver results. The path of Stoicism is not about denying emotions. It's about being able to see them, accept them, but not let them control you. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "It is better to conquer yourself than 1,000 battles." And if you think about it, in trading, this is the main victory. Victory over yourself, over your fears, greed, and impatience. If you feel that you are not yet able to control yourself and your emotions, start by cutting out unnecessary decisions from the process. I have developed the OWL trading indicator, which helps you do just that. Its main advantage is that it strictly follows its system, without fear, without greed, without doubt. The indicator shows where to enter a trade, where to place a stop and take profit, completely eliminating emotional decisions. This is a tool for those who want to trade calmly and systematically. OWL works in any market: currencies, indices, gold, crypto. It doesn't replace your discipline, but helps to strengthen it. When you have a clear structure, you stop guessing and start acting consciously. The link to the indicator is in the description. Stoicism is not just beautiful quotes and calm words, it's a daily practice. And to make sure you can really implement this approach in trading, I want to share a few practices that have helped me on my journey. The first practice is self-observation. Every time you want to open a trade, ask yourself, does this trade fit my rules, or is it just a desire to feel something? This is one of the most honest questions you can ask yourself. The Stoics called this separating impression from judgment. What you see on the chart is a fact. What you think you will earn is your interpretation. Your task is not to act on your interpretation. The second practice is to keep a journal, not only of your trades, but also of your emotions. After each trading session, write down not only the result, but also your state of mind. What did you feel before entering, during the trade, and after exiting? At first it seems pointless, but after a couple of weeks, you will begin to notice patterns where you most often deviate from the plan, where you rush, where fear kicks in. This is a mirror that you should look into regularly if you want to truly understand yourself. The next practice is memento mori. Remind yourself, no trade, no day, no trend lasts forever. The market, like life, is a flow. Realizing this is liberating. You stop clinging to the result and start to appreciate the process itself. Last but not least, amor fati. Accept everything that happens, not as a mistake, but as part of your journey. A losing trade is not a failure, it's a lesson. The Stoics said, "Fate leads the obedient and drags the resistant." When you stop arguing with the market, it stops being your enemy. And everything I've talked about today works not only in the stock market, but also in crypto. And now let's talk briefly about where I trade crypto myself. I use the Evedex exchange. It's a decentralized platform with a simple interface, fast execution, and minimal commissions. No verifications, no restrictions. Just connect your wallet and trade. If you trade based on structure and understand price movements, Evedex gives you everything you need for calm, informed work. The link to the exchange is in the description below this video. And perhaps the most important thing I've learned over the years, trading is not a path to money. It's a path to yourself. Profit is an effect of inner order. The calmer you are inside, the more accurate your decisions will be. And if you learn to defeat not the market, but yourself, the market will start working for you.